As you start being assessed, you're probably also going to want to do an IELTS style test. What is an IELTS style test? Now, an IELTS style test is a very simple test of English, but this is not an official IELTS test. This is a practice forum. Why do we want to do a practice forum? Why do we want to do a practice test? Practice tests are very, very useful for when you do your IELTS test, the actual IELTS test. IELTS tests are high stakes. They cost about $330 to complete. And you don't really want to waste $330 to be told that you are IELTS Band 5. You'd like to have the certificate at Band 9 if you can. So to minimize the waste, just come to the iSpeakWell project. An IELTS style test runs an actual IELTS style approach to testing, except you are there at your computer and your teacher is at their computer. You can't see each other, but you act as if. And the reason why is so, number one, you understand the IELTS test process, which is very much like a job interview, okay? There are 4-5 key parts. There's a warm-up and introduction. There's part 1, short question and answer, familiar topics. Then there's a cue card, and then there's a long turn of 2 minutes, and then there's a discussion with some abstract follow-ups at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The whole process for the IELTS test is about 8 minutes. Now, it's 8 minutes well spent, but it's not free. The IELTS test attempt costs 40 tokens, and all you need to do is to come to the assessment manager and be in the same room as an admin teacher who can administer the IELTS test. Okay, and that's it. They'll come here, they'll click the request payment button from you when you're in the same room as the teacher. Okay, you have to be on the assessment manager. They'll request the payment, you'll click the payment, and then the test will be started, okay, on both sides. And this is really cool because you don't have to go to the place where the test is happening. This is just practice. This is not real life. Okay, so the stakes are much, much lower. The cost is 40 tokens, much, much lower than $330. And when you get to the real IELTS test, you'll recognize immediately the structure and you'll be completely relaxed and easy to do that IELTS test simply without issue. Okay, so lots of benefits there with being able to complete that IELTS test. Easy peasy, Japanesey. All right, great work everybody.